stalled for a while. The news is also live across the country on a number of affiliate stations. In the Western region, we are live on Premier 100.5 FM in Takoradi and Beach 105.5 FM also in Takoradi. In the Bono region, we are on Greener 95.9 FM in Sunyai. In the Ashanti region, we are live on Orange 107.9 FM in Kumasi. In the Eastern region, we are on Right 90.1 FM in Somanya. Caleb will bring us some other stories.
Yes, because, Wilma, the issue of traders encroaching on major footbridges in Accra is causing concerns for authorities. The traders have occupied these footbridges, including those in Kaneshie, Medina, and Pokwase, making it challenging for pedestrians to use them and worsening congestion problems in the city. This report examines the situation in more detail.
It's lunchtime on a sunny afternoon, and as is typical at this time, workers take a break, with many people using the Medina-Zongo Junction footbridge. After observing activities for nearly 5 minutes, we notice an apparent battle for space between pedestrians and traders. Some traders refuse to speak on camera for fear of reprisals from the assembly known as Abaye if they speak. This indicates their awareness of the illegality of the activities. But others say they sell here because they have nowhere else to go.
We had a place where we were first selling. However, the owner came to claim his space, and that is why we came here to sell. They always come to sack us, but we return to this place. It's not because we are stubborn, but we have to earn a living.
Yes, I saw people selling, so I joined them to sell.
First, it was pedestrians refusing to use this particular footbridge when it was first constructed. But after law enforcers have successfully whipped them in line to ensure that they use this place, now it's become a battle between pedestrians and traders who have mounted different types of wares here and turned this place into a mini market. But is this situation on the Medina footbridge only prevalent here?
The situation is no different at the Kaneshie footbridge. Here, it is even worse, and pedestrians argue that the government needs to take corrective actions to address the issue.
It's supposed to be a footbridge. People are supposed to pass here from that end to the other end. But it's so sad that people are selling left, right, center. And I feel if there's something that could be done about it, it will help.
It makes passing here very difficult, especially to the old aged people. Because of this, they even find it very, very difficult too. So instead of crossing, they just use the taxis and the blah, blah, blah. So it seems like the main reason why this structure was set up is not being used.
The Greater Accra Regional Minister, Henry Korte, as part of his Make Accra Work Again agenda, removed traders who had occupied major pavements in the Central Business District last year.
Not too long ago, Mr. President commissioned one of the, if I'm right, best interchanges in probably West Africa. And a few weeks after that, what do we do to Madagascar? We start pounding fufu there. And the next thing you say, Nayen Kohi. The indiscipline must stop. And we need all and sundry on board to ensure that this is checked.
Why have traders returned despite various efforts by the assemblies to crack down on them?
Members of the task force always come to sack us. Sometimes some of our goods go missing in the process. Yet still, we return to sell because we don't have an alternative. I am a graduate, but I do not have a job. So this is what I do to take care of my 2 children. We are all suffering, and this is what we do to sustain ourselves.
At the Pokwase interchange, there is a twist. Trading activities are taking place under the footbridge, unlike in the other locations. Here, opinions are divided on the presence of traders around the footbridge.
I fry and sell buffaloes, and I come to the makeshift market at noon. People who come to the market get attracted to it and buy. Should they sack us from here, we wouldn't be able to sell our goods. There are some products that are meant to be sold at a market like this. It is same for the mobile money vendors. This is why we can't go to the main market.
Assembly no our tickets.
We pay 2 Ghana cedis as tolls to the assembly every day. Everyone here pays the toll. So I believe the assembly is aware of our activities. If they weren't aware, they wouldn't charge tolls. Since we have reduced business activities at the market, the number of times we get sacked has also reduced.
Justice Abdomi is the head of works at the Ablekuma Central Municipality, and he tells City News that the Assembly does not have enough resources to sustainably deal with the challenge.
You know, Assembly too, we are constrained at times when it comes to resources because we are doing a lot, and that is not the only mandate. So, yes, it's a good measure, but management will look at it and take decisions by getting a second task force for the night.
Efforts to get responses from the Lankwantanan and the Ganoth Municipal Assemblies proved futile.
In July this year, as part of the Accra decongestion exercise, the Accra Metropolitan Assembly tasked some people to confiscate the goods of traders who are selling at unauthorized places. This is the Kanishi footbridge, and this is one of the unauthorized places where traders are selling all manner of things on a footbridge that is meant for walking. Meanwhile, there's a market just a few meters away, but they are refusing to use the market. So why are footbridges not being used for walking and markets not being used for trading? Reporting for City News, my name is Ajua Tenkrama Domina.
And in the studios of Citi FM, I'm Wilma Obobisa-Coleman here with Caleb Kuda. You're listening to the Citi Prime News. And to some other stories, the Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, has apprehended a man involved in the illegal sale of counterfeit electricity meters in the Adenta area. The individual, who is a carpenter by profession, has confessed to his involvement in this illegal activity, which included the sale of approximately 40 fraudulent electricity meters at a price of 900 cedis each. The operation was conducted by the Accra East region of the Electricity Company of Ghana and was in response to information that had been gathered over several months. The suspect will be arraigned and efforts are ongoing to locate and apprehend any other accomplices involved in this illegal trade. General Manager in charge of legal and prosecution at the ECG, Paul Asibi Abariga, spoke to Citi News.
We asked him whether he was an electrician and whether he had any knowledge about meters at all, that he had to be involved in these things. Then he told us he was a carpenter. So we asked him, so what about carpentry and then electricity meters? He said, well, the assemblyman gives it to him at 800 Ghana cedis and he sells it at 900 Ghana cedis just to make some commission. And so this has been going on. He's been able to tell us that he's sold over 40 meters. This case will have to go to court. They have just done the arrest. We are investigating further. Many people are involved, and so we are going to get to the bottom of the matter, and we'll prosecute this matter to the hilt.
That was the General Manager in charge of legal and prosecution at the Electricity Company of Ghana, Paul Asibi Abariga.
The Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, says it's waiting on the Fair Wages and Salaries Commission to furnish the Ministry of Finance with the statutes of negotiation and advise them on the concerns raised by the University Workers Union. This comes after the Tertiary Education Workers Union of Ghana, TEWU, the Senior Staff Association of the University of Ghana, and the Ghana Association of University Administrators threatened to withdraw their services across all public universities by October 15 if government fails to restore their withheld allowances. Speaking to Citi News, the head of budget at GTEC, Sandra Amoa, says they are working to address the concerns of the unions.
We were very much aware of it, and we wrote to the Ministry of Finance for the way forward, because the approval letter they issued was for the payment of the arrears and not for the monthly payment of the new rates going forward. And thankfully, Ministry of Finance has issued a letter in response to ours, but addressed to Fair Wages, asking Fair Wages to furnish the Ministry of Finance with information on the status of negotiations held with the labor unions, because currently UTAG is on the or at the negotiating table with government. And then the second aspect is for Fair Wages to advise the ministry on the request that GTEC made to enable the ministry take appropriate action. So we are actually waiting for Fair Wages to give this feedback to the ministry and then of finance so that we'll know the next line of action.
That was the head of budget at the Ghana Tertiary Education Commission, GTEC, Sandra Amor.
Now, a new multi-purpose neonatal intensive care unit and mother's hostel has been officially handed over to the management of the Eastern Regional Hospital in Koforidua. The project, which commenced in January 2022, was funded entirely by Nana Oredu Wadie I, the Nkoswahene of Kwewu in Nkwetia, through his Kaba Kaba Foundation. This initiative aims to reduce maternal mortality, neonatal deaths, and improve general health care in the region. The medical superintendent of the Eastern Regional Hospital, Dr. Akoto Ampao, expressed gratitude for the project, emphasizing the relief it brings to both the hospital and its clients, particularly mothers.
Mothers who have come here would not even have a place to lay their head. You'd see a very small ward, which ideally should contain just about 4 mothers. When we bank bed them 8, you'd be surprised to see about 20 to 30 people crammed in there. This edifice is really a relief to management of the hospital, and as Dasibra said, to him as well and all his subjects. We really are grateful.
You had Medical Superintendent of the Eastern Regional Hospital, Dr. Akoto Ampao, now the Nkoswahene of Kwewu Nkwetia and founder of the Kabaka Foundation, Nana Oredu Wadie I, said the project is a commitment to Sustainable Development Goal 3.
When it came to my attention that 31 infants per 1,000 live births die in Ghana due to inadequate modern health facilities for children, I asked myself, what can I do to help the situation? In January 2022, I cracked the sword for this project to start by the grace of God. We are all here gathered to witness its handing over. May the name of God be praised.
You heard the Nkoswahene of Kwewu Nkwetia and founder of Kabaka Foundation, Nana Oredu Wadie I. You're still listening to the Citi Prime News live from our studios at Adabaka in Accra. Still to come, all roads lead to the Eden Heights Sports Complex tomorrow, where corporate Ghana will converge for the biggest corporate sport event, the Citi Business Olympics. Stay tuned, we have details shortly.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday updates you on all the running stories and connects you to the newsmakers.
With the complexities of issues happening around us on a daily basis, it's the hard-hitting conversations and probing questions of the point of view that teases apart the twisted entanglements of politics and governance, as well as religious and social discourse. The Point of View brings you the policymakers and duty bearers and drills down to the very bottom of issues. The Point of View airs every Monday and Wednesday at 9 p.m. only on Citi TV.
Happy birthday to you. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Throughout all life-changing moments, such as graduations, weddings, funerals, birthdays, ATL is there to ensure you're never out of style. When you think fabric, think ATL. Log on to atlfabrics.com. Order and buy your favorite ATL fabric. You can also visit our shop at number 40 Kwame Nkrumah Avenue, opposite the Swansea Shopping Arcade at Accra Central. Also available in leading fabric dealer shops in Accra, Kumasi, and Cape Coast. ATL, bringing fabric to life.
Yeah!
The Presbyterian Boys Secondary School Presec hits the big 8-5. As part of the 85th anniversary celebrations, Presbyterian Boys Secondary School and the Odadia Global Association presents the Presec at 85 Grand Durbar on the theme Building Upon a Legacy of Excellence. Come experience the biggest gathering of students, staff, and Odadias. Date, Saturday 30th September 2023. Venue, the Presec School grounds at 10 a.m. sharp. The chairman for the occasion, the Right Honorable Professor Odadie Mike Okwe, the former Speaker of Parliament, and our special guest of honor, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, President of the Republic of Ghana. The dress code: come in your Presec at 85th anniversary cloth. Since 1938, we've been consistent in building upon a legacy of excellence for Mother Ghana, Africa, and the world.
Citi Prime News at 12 midday. Update you on all the running stories and connect you to the newsmakers.
Yeah, welcome back. Now, the Greater Accra Regional Minister, Henry Quartey, has issued a directive to the Ladade-Kotopon Municipal Assembly emphasizing the critical need for the swift renovation of two schools recently damaged by a severe rainstorm. This development comes amid concerns about the uncertain future of over 400 students attending Manle Dada Basic and African Unity Schools within the Ladade-Kotopon municipality. This report, filed by Citi News' Victoria Bonto, was read by Hansen Ajman.
In a devastating turn of events, a rainstorm wreaked havoc on the classrooms of these two schools. The ordeal began in May of this year, when a 9-unit classroom block at Unity School was obliterated by the forces of nature. Tragically, on September 22, another rainstorm struck, damaging 3 classrooms out of the 9-unit block at Mali Dada Basic School. Investigations conducted by Citi News have revealed that the damage inflicted on African Unity School renders it unsuitable for teaching and learning. Consequently, all the affected students have been temporarily relocated, sharing classrooms with their peers at Mali Dada Basic School. However, the situation remains challenging at Mali Dada Basic School, where 3 classroom blocks from the 9-unit block had their roofs torn off by the storm. In response to this unfortunate incident, Regional Minister Henry Quartey conducted a working visit to the schools to assess the extent of damage. He then instructed the municipal chief executive to expedite the renovation of the school infrastructure before the scheduled resumption of classes.
A story that says that some 400 pupils have been displaced as a result of the rains that fell a few days ago. And I thought that, well, let me come and assess or ascertain for myself and my team what the situation is. What is it that you have done or you've been doing and you intend to do to, for that matter, remedy the situation in order to allow the children to return to school, taking cognizance of the fact that they are to return to school on the 3rd of October. So let us know what's happening and what you've done so far,
The municipal chief executive promptly responded to the regional minister's directive, confirming that the necessary funds have already been allocated to kickstart the renovation process.
As an assembly, you can see we have one structure here. This was fixed by the assembly, and this one was fixed not quite long. But because of where the structure is located, close to the sea, anytime it rains, the heavy storm rips it off. So it has been a challenge to the assembly. But speaking to you now, you know the assembly procedures. We've come to take measurements. We've done the estimates. Not long from now, latest by next week, contractors will be moving to site to get it done or to get it fixed.
Additionally, the Municipal Director of Education at Ladade-Kotopon assured that plans are in place to facilitate the relocation of the affected students during the renovation period.
The enrollment is quite low. When this happened, we pushed them together
And then Southland Estate JHS was under reconstruction. So we put them at Tenashi. And that is completed. So we will bring them back and send Maledada and African Unity to Tenashi JHS. So temporarily, that's the arrangement we have made for the children. So they wouldn't lose out on learning at all.
So you can give her that assurance that it wouldn't affect their education?
Not at all. Not at all. All the other schools they have done renovations in, we have always relocated these children, and there has never been any loss out on learning.
The report was filed by Citi News' Victoria Bonto and read by Hansen Ajiman.
Labour expert Austin Game believes that the law preventing security agencies from forming unions is in the best interest of the country given their pivotal role. The Trade Union Congress TUC is currently pursuing a constitutional interpretation of the law that prohibits security agencies from establishing unions. The TUC argues that the Labour Act allows all workers to join unions to protect their interests. However, Mr. Game says it is important for government to maintain effective governance to prevent security agencies from feeling the need to establish unions.
It was found necessary that the security and intelligence agencies so listed by Parliament of Ghana should not be part of the unions because of the operations of unions generally. So when it comes to, let's say, the police service, and they become aggrieved to the extent that there is a stalemate and they have to go on strike, you and I know the consequences. When the armed forces have to go on strike, you and I know the consequences. When, let's say, any of the security and intelligence agencies have to go on strike, you and I know the consequences. I don't think we need any major kind of interpretation on this. We don't have to take chances. All we need to do is to have clear leaders, proper leaders, qualitative leaders in this country to manage the resources and the people so people can feel free.
Labour expert Austin Game.
And now the Citi Business Olympics is set to take place with over 60 companies from various sectors competing in less than 24 hours at the Eden Heights Sports Complex in Weija, Accra. This event is expected to be a competitive and fun-filled day of sports and camaraderie among the participating companies. There is more in the following report.
It promises to be an intense competition among various companies come Saturday, September 30, as patrons of this year's Citi Business Olympics have expressed their readiness to win big. The companies, including Ghana Oil Company Limited, GOIL, Fair Afrique, GEPA, Rare Minerals, are participating in sporting disciplines including basketball, sack race, seven-a-side football, volleyball, tug of war, and arm wrestling. The event is scheduled to take place at the Eden Heights Sports Complex at Weija in Accra. Here are some participating companies expressing their resolve to emerge victorious in the various sporting disciplines.
This year, we are coming fully.
Okay.
We are not just coming to participate. We are coming for the trophies.
Yeah. Oh,
wow. We are coming for everything.
That's interesting. Well, it's your anniversary, so you might as well walk away with some goodies.
Of course, of course. Yeah. And the most interesting thing is, when it comes to Scrabble, our CEO, that's Mr. Rick Ebuakwa, is the best.
Really?
Nobody has been able to beat him to Scrabble. So
Really?
he said, I should tell those coming that if you are coming for Scrabble, please don't come. Because he has already won that particular prize already. He has already won it. So it will be better for those coming that they shouldn't even come at all. They shouldn't even come at all. Because we have won everything. We have won everything.
But talking about games, what games do you play and what games do you think you're going to be participating in?
Okay, so the first thing is Scrabble, 2 draft, video games, there is soccer, there is volleyball, there is lime and spoon.
Only you can do all these things.
For me, what I'm doing will be soccer, volleyball, lime and spoon. By looking at my muscles, I can't do the tug of war. So, but my boss, that's our CEO, will be doing the Scrabble. Because he's the best, the whole central region. Let me say the whole Ghana. He's the best. Nobody, so he's the best CEO in terms of Scrabble.
I'll be looking out for him.
Of course, of course, of course.
We are very much prepared and very much geared up for this occasion. As you can see, Go is the leading OMC in Ghana, so we want to annex every leading position in every game that we participate in. And this is going to be a walk in the park for us.
How many games are you participating in? And
well, virtually all the games that Citi is bringing up on Saturday, so we are going to do virtually everything.
Are you defending champions of some of the games?
Well, last year we couldn't participate, as my boss rightly indicated. Due to some technical challenges, we couldn't participate. But yet, proud to COVID, we were there. 2019, we have the swimming champion, Nana Beni. We had table tennis, we did our next ultimate and semi-finalists in the football competition. So you can see our credentials speak for itself. We've put ourselves together. The chemistry, the telepathy would be on display, and it's going to be manifested on Saturday. We are very much.
We are doing 7. We are doing football.
Okay.
We are doing lawn tennis. We're doing Scrabble, video games, tennis.
Okay.
That's table tennis. We're also playing lime and spoon and then sack race.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Basically
Okay.
that.
Okay. How many medals are you taking away?
Can I hear from my people? 7-7.
7-7.
You heard from your people.
7 events, 7 medals.
That's all. That's all. This time we are being strategic, so we are not coming for everything. Key ones.
All right. Okay. Yes. Now let me ask you. Last year you were part of it. What was the experience like that you decided that this year you want to be part of it again?
Okay, so CBO offered us various opportunities. We're able to have fun. Our team was able to bond.
Yeah.
We're also able to connect with lots of people in our industry.
And so on,
it was basically a good exercise for us. It was a good event, and then this year we are coming again for the same reasons and more.
Sounds exciting.
Yes.
Sounds exciting. Now we're looking at just 4 more days maximum. We are there at the Olympics. There are some people who are sitting on the fences. Should we join? Should we not join? What do you have to say to them?
I'd say that they are missing out. Sometimes you are considering the money to register and all that, thinking about the benefits. But the benefits are things that are more qualitative.
Yeah.
And then the quantitative bit also comes after all. It's very good for your reputation to even partner a media station like Citi. So it's good. They shouldn't sit on the fence. They shouldn't sit on the fence. They should just drop. And we'll be excited to welcome them and compete with them and beat them. I like that. Beat them, yes.
Meanwhile, the logistics coordinator at Rare Minerals, Yom Achu, tells Citi News they are poised to beat their competitors.
It was our first time competing, and we won 2 trophies. Last year, we came with very minimal preparation, and we still went away with 2 trophies. This year, we've started preparations ever since it was announced. We started preparation for the event, and so we are competing in almost all the events this year. And so we should go away with more than the trophies that we went away with last year. It's not really about the numbers, it's about effectiveness. It's not about the number of people that we are bringing. We are bringing the very best because we have prepared very well for the event, and so we are certain that we will go away with some good number of trophies. Yeah.
So those who are going to come, should they watch out for your company or?
Watch out for Women North West Africa. We will give you a showdown. We will give you a showdown.
How different will this year's competition be? Apieko Seram Ashong Abe is the head of programs production.
This year we have the Scrabble Association of Ghana coming to officiate the competition. So you can be rest assured that if you are that good, there are professionals who are going to officiate and you will win if you are meant to win. Then we have esports. Again, the Esports Association of Ghana, I don't think a lot of people have realized how big esports has become in Ghana. So the video games, the FIFA, all these games that people play, stay up at 2 a.m. and connect with people via the internet to play. We have our own fantasy league here at Citi as part of our Premier League activities. That's also a big thing. So the Esports Association of Ghana will also be there to guide the procedure, to make sure that they are the experts, the people who know how to use their fingers and they can't run. They can also show up and win something if they prove themselves worthy of that.
Well, lace your boots and get ready for a fun-filled day of sports and healthy competition. The Citi Business Olympics 2023 is powered by Citi TV with support from Citi FM and proudly sponsored by Lozati Lozenges from Unicom Chemist Limited, EK Brand Consult, Blue Jeans Energy Drink, Hollard Insurance, Voltigana Limited, Fun Yogo, Universal Motors, and Yango.
Now, in a continued effort to recognize outstanding performers in the Literacy Challenge 2023, Citi TV and Citi FM have honored Lois Nadum Ara Brew, a student of Ridge Church School in Accra, with a prestigious Excellence Medal. At the grand finale on October 7, taking place at the Crystal Palm Hotel Annex in Tesano, the top 10 contestants will compete for the grand prize of 10,000 Ghana cedis in a classic quiz competition. In an interview, Citi News, a top 10 finalist, Lois Nadumbru, conveyed a heartfelt appreciation for the generous recognition.
Very exciting. I'm very proud of myself and my school. And I hope that I've encouraged my juniors, because I look them in the eye and say, next year you are going to do this. So I hope that they'll take the initiative to do the same thing. So overall, I'm very happy. Yes.
Was it easy getting this far?
Actually, to be honest, no. When I was writing the essay, I thought the idea for the story I wrote wasn't very good. So I wasn't very confident in it. And then the aptitude test.
That was Lois Nadum Arabrew. She is a top 10 finalist of the Citi FM Citi TV Literacy Challenge 2023. Now, her father, Reverend Victor Brew, expressed optimism that his daughter will secure the ultimate prize. The Literacy Challenge 2023 is made possible through the support of Citi TV and 97.3 Citi FM and is proudly sponsored by the Ghana National Gas Company, Weeby Crunchy Biscuits by M4 Foods, SIC Insurance PLC, Prospectus Ghana Limited, Dex Technology, A-Life Soap, and Fortune Rice.
And that's it for the Citi Prime News, which has been live from our studios at Adabraka in Accra. For more news, log on to our website, citinewsroom.com. I am Wilma Obuobi-Sakolman, and I did this with...
I'm Caleb Kuda.
Many thanks for listening. Up next is the afternoon's edition of the